Day 2, welcome. So we're going to start doing a little bit more movement. I'm on a chair today, but you can also do this on the mat as well. So grab your equipment, wear comfortable clothing you can move it easily in, and I will see you in a second. So we will start with 3 breaths, if I could talk properly, just to bring us into the room, bring us into the present moment. So just finding a comfortable seated position, take 3 breaths. So that was my first one. Breathing in and out. Second. In and out. Third. So if you are on the mat, please come into a tabletop position. So wrists are under shoulders, knees under hips. If you're on a chair, come into the center of your chair. So tabletop position in a chair looks like this, with our arms out in front of us. So wrists are in line with the shoulders, exactly as we would be if we were on a mat. And just gently push through the hands, whether you're on a mat or a chair, gently push through the hands. Get those arms feeling engaged, shoulder blades down the back. Lovely stuff. Our tabletop, seated and on a mat. Lovely stuff. And while we're here, let's do a couple of rounds of cat-cow. So on an inhale, open the chest, look forward up. If you're on a chair, bring the hands down to the laps. It might make it a little bit easier. And exhale, round through the back, drop in the gaze. Inhale, open the chest, look forward or up. Exhale, round through the back. Chin in towards the chest, maybe hugging the tummy muscles in. Inhale, open the chest, look forward or up. Exhale, round through the back. Continue at your own pace. Daisy's worn out already. That's awesome. And on your next exhale, make that the last one. Come back to a neutral tabletop or seated position. Absolutely fine, whichever. So we're going to thread the needle. So if you are on a mat, bring your left hand slightly more into the center of the mat. And everybody, if you inhale, raise the right arm overhead. And as you exhale, post it underneath the left arm. We're not going to come down to our shoulder just yet. As you inhale, raise the right arm back overhead. Exhale, post that underneath the left arm. Inhale, raise the right arm overhead. Trying to take your gaze with and up to that hand above you. Exhale, underneath the left arm. 3 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This last one. Just ease your right hand through underneath that left arm. If you're on a mat, please feel free to bring the shoulder down to the mat and to your head. And if you're seated, just really try and reach through with that right hand. Breathe. Inhale. Bring it back to center. All right, Daisy Diggle? She's good. So we'll do the same the other side. If you're on a mat, gently, just ease your right hand in towards the center of the mat. And everybody, if you on an inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, post that left hand underneath the arm, the right arm. Inhale, raise the left arm up. Take your gaze up towards that left hand. Exhale, underneath the right. Good girl, Daisy. Inhale, raising up. Exhale, take it underneath the right. 3 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. I've lost count. I think that was the second. Third one. How easy is it to get lost between 1 and 3? And if you're on a mat, feel free to bring the shoulder and the head down to the mat. If you're on a chair, just gently ease that left hand through to where it's comfortable. Really stretching through that left arm, that back. Breathe. Inhaling, coming back up. And then coming back into a neutral tabletop position or a seated position. I'm going to move into a tiger flow. So if you are on a mat, stretch your right leg out in front of you. If you're on a chair, do the same. Heel comes to the floor, toes pointing up. And if you're on a mat, lifting your heel up to hip height, we can do the same on a chair as well. So staying here, if this is enough for you. If you want to go any further, you can raise that left arm up. Feel the balance. Feel the stomach muscle starting to hug on, the leg and the arms maybe starting to shake. So really feel whether this is enough for you. If this is the balance for you, stay here. If you want to go a little bit further, draw the elbow towards the knee underneath the body. And inhale, straighten everything out again. As you exhale, knee to elbow. Try to use your stomach muscles and your hip flexors to move. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, straighten up. Let's do that 3 more times if you want to. If not, just play around with your balance. Play around with holding the leg and or the arm where they are. Last one. And then release down. Shake it off if you need to shake it off. And we'll do the same the other side. If you're on a mat, tucking the left toes, pushing through the heel, getting a stretch down that back of the leg. If you're on a chair, heel comes to the floor in front of you, leg is straight, get the stretch again. Lifting your heel up to hip height. Staying here if this is enough for you. If you're already getting a little bit of a balance, this is fine. If you want to go a little bit further, raise that right arm up. Lovely stuff. Again, find your balance. Feel if this is enough for you. Feel the stomach muscles hugging in. Feel your body working. If you want to go a little bit further, on an exhale, elbow comes towards the knee. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Straighten up. 3 more times. Use stomach muscles, use your hip flexors to initiate the movement. 1 more, I think. Straighten up and release out. Well done. Really good going. Lovely stuff. So anybody on a mat, please bring your right foot forward. So the knee is over the ankle, coming into a low lunge. So lunges, you can either have your knee on the floor or the knee up. If you wish to lift the knee up, push through the heel. Everybody on a chair, take your hands around your right leg, lift the right knee up, and you have your lunge. This is exactly as if you were on the floor as well. Might not look like it, but it's the same benefit. So in our lunges, we are hugging the tummy muscles in, lifting the pelvic floor muscles up. Hands, if you're on the mat, are either side of that front foot. Open the chest, shoulder blades down the back. Breathe. If you're on a chair, maybe try flexing the foot, the right foot. So you've got your calf engaged. Breathe. And in fact, while we're here, on a mat, bring your left hand, plant your left hand down, lift your right arm up. If you're on a chair, hug that left knee, raise the right arm up. Breathe. And then release it down. And if you're on the mat, come back to tabletop and place your right foot back on the floor. Lovely stuff. Do the same the other side. So on a mat, bring your left foot forward, knee is comfortably over the ankle, and your right knee is on the floor. Or if you want to lift the right knee up, lift the right knee up. If you're on a chair, take hold of the left shin. Lift the left shin up. Flex the toes. Engage the calves. Lift up through the pelvic floor muscles, stomach muscles as well. Breathe. Open the chest, shoulder blades down the back. Low lunge. And again, planting that right hand or taking the right hand around the shin. Lift that left arm up. Breathe. Hold it. And exhale. Bring the hands back down. If you're in tabletop, on the mat, bring yourselves nice and slowly up to standing. If you're on a chair and happy to stand, please feel free to do so. I'm going to stand. I'm going to just move the chair so it's there and I am behind it. So no matter where you are, if you're on a chair or standing, bring your feet about hip distance apart. Gently push down through the feet. As you're pushing down through the feet, calves might engage. Lift the thighs up. Lengthen the tailbone ever so slightly. Shoulder blades come down the back. Palms facing forward. I'm going to turn to face the camera so you can see me. Mountain pose. Your gaze, your drishti, is right in front of you. Lovely stuff. Mountain pose. Tadasana. If you are chair-based yoga, feel free to always have one hand on the chair. I might be saying to kind of be stood here with hands off the chair. If you need a hand on the chair, you do that. I am not going to stop you. From here, if it feels good for you, bring the arms overhead. So again, same thing. If you are normally chair-based and you don't want to kind of have one hand off the chair, don't. Just bring one hand overhead. If you're happy to bring two, bring two. Again, if you've lost that engagement, gently push down through the feet. Calves engage, thighs engage. Lengthen through the tailbone ever so slightly. Tummy muscles fire on. Pelvic floor muscles up. Inhale. Lengthen through the spine. Gazing thumbs, if that feels good for you. That does make it a little bit more of a balance. So really think and feel what works for you. Gently easing the thumbs back if you wish to. Breathe. And then as you exhale, let the knees bend. Swan dive forward. Don't hit the back of your chair. Fold forward. Inhale, hands come to shins. Halfway lift. So you can do this even if you're seated. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward, push through the feet, lift yourselves back up to standing or to seated, bringing the arms overhead. Exhale, hands down to prayer position. One more time, inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips, knees bent. Inhale, hands come to your shins, to the thighs, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees nice and generously. To lift up, either have your hands on the back of the seat, look forward, push through the feet and or the hands, arms overhead if that's comfortable, and exhale, hands down to prayer position. A couple of breaths. In fact, let's take 3 breaths. 1. 2. 3. Awesome work today. Well done. We have moved our bodies. We have generated some heat. And we've started to find more of that balance. Well done. Thank you very much.